and today I'd like to do a video about solutions, because the last two videos I did have been really angry, really heavy going, I'm sure, for the viewer. So I thought I'd better lighten up a bit, because it's getting a bit bloody depressing, isn't it? So talk about solutions, because there's plenty of solutions out there. We don't need to think negatively about everything all the time. I know for a fact that when you worry, you die early. I learnt that off the old man, because he was so angry and so twisted up and so angry and bitter and twisted. It can kill you. You know, I mean, it was cancer that killed him, but I reckon it was the stress that brought it on. So I don't want to go that way. So instead, I'd like to talk about solutions. So I've got something written down, so I'll have a readout for you. In my last two videos, I've challenged some conventional ideas. Unfortunately, I've done so out of anger, not love. I'm not proud of it, and for that, I truly apologise. You see, when someone raises their voice at you, and you don't know that person, it can prompt a negative response of fear at coming across too aggressively, and could turn that person off the information you're trying to convey. Anger can kill, and usually when someone has to shout, they've lost the argument anyway. We can see the injustice in the institutions that we trust to protect us. Corruption, perversion, evasion, and a conspiracy of silence which is pervasive in a media entirely run by the same interests that wish to enslave humanity using debt as a means of control. I've discovered there's many groups that I can join to try and raise these issues. The UK Column and the UK Constitution Group are coordinating efforts to prove the ineffectiveness of the central banking model. They're also asking serious questions of the legitimacy of a parliament run by the banks and for the banks. UK Uncut are highlighting the disparity between the rich and poor in this country. They've shown up those who have exploited tax law loopholes. The poor and the poorer fight amongst themselves for jobs working for the same companies that are avoiding paying taxes, whilst their taxes are deducted automatically from their paychecks. Why can't we do the same thing with the banks and corporations? Why can't we automatically deduct their taxes? Why isn't there a system for that? Why isn't that in the system? Common sense seems to be suspended when talking about the economy. A strange, unfathomable, mystical beast to most people, but we can team up to tame this beast so it serves us and we don't have to serve it. We only need to ask the right questions of the right people, but we can only make our voices heard in numbers. You need to unite in one voice, liberty and freedom. That should be at the base of all of these arguments, because without it, there's the divide and conquer is just going to completely destroy anything positive that you're trying to do. The rights of the individual should always trounce those of a tyrannical authority or corporation. We can see that the destruction of our environment, the coordinated strip mining of our only home, this too can be averted on a positive note. Jack Herer once wrote a book called The Emperor Wears No Clothes. In that book, he made the assertion that hemp will save the world. Industrial farming of hemp will save the world. Save them from using fossil fuels, save them from using anything. He challenged anyone with a $50,000 reward to prove him wrong, and still to this day no one's proved him wrong. Historically, hemp made the first paper enabling the written word. The Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper. The exploration of our planet would not have been possible without hemp sails and ropes to propel the ships. Hemp's uses are incredibly vast and could render our use of fossil fuel redundant. The petrochemical giants rely on our continued exclusive use of fossil fuels in order to maximise profit. They have actively sought to prevent any other more sustainable forms of energy from coming to light. Corporations seem determined to destroy the earth in pursuit of profit. Cannabis is not illegal because it causes schizophrenia or leads to other drugs. People are going to take drugs regardless of the law. The reason hemp is illegal is because hemp building materials build hemp factories that can feed, clothe and fuel us all out of poverty. Hemp can prevent soil erosion, and it nutrifies any soil you plant it in, making it more fertile. We have a vast number of intelligent, creative minds on our earth with the ability to leave this world a better place than they found it. What we see, in fact, is those precious, imaginative spirits being crushed in vast, towering metal and glass office gulags. The corporate model relies on collective decision making. The damaging influence of conformity causes committee-based decisions. Decisions then lack innovation, they stifle dissent and seek to trade human rights and destruction for profit without taking any responsibility for the maelstrom of disaster. We can join groups to fight the injustice, we can speak out against corruption, and we can hold the feet of our officials to the fire. We have common sense, they have nonsense. We will prevail, and we do have the solutions. So it's not the end of the world. All the best to you and your family. Take care and be good. Bye.